Time you're in Houston, are we live already?
I'm getting there.
Okay. Next time you're in Houston, B52, if it's not blazing hot.
Really?
B52 Brewing in Conroe.
Ooh.
Well, there's a lot of breweries you need to go to, but that one,
Yeah.
it's all, especially if the weather's nice, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
It's all in the woods,
Nice.
like under this canopy of trees.
Oh.
It's just picturesque. They do a lot of sour beers and stuff.
Ooh, my fave.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff. It was great. We were there yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was 2 podcasts this week, 2 next week. I was going to
You're
schedule.
working so hard.
I know, right? I don't know what's the deal. I was going to schedule one for the week after, but I think I may take that because I got a round table the week after that, so I may.
Yeah. I'm so lazy right now. I get a little, if I do too many in a row, I get a little burnt out, I think. And then I'm like, the same conversation. It feels like the same conversation to me.
You do have to kind of reset. 2 in a week
Yeah.
is a bit much.
Because like there's
3.
always, like everybody has the same kind of, that's not true. It feels similar.
Yes, well, there's a lot of the same elements.
Yeah. Yeah.
You really would have to pepper in like different guests, like really different genre guests.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit record. I don't want to do that; it's too early. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can make this work over here. iTunes. Let's see. No. Talk at the same time.
Leave the conversation to us and order another beer.
You're listening to Texas's live
Midday
beer-centric show, Liquid Lunch.
Liquid Lunch.
With
Kennedy and Schaumburg. Here are your hosts,
Catherine Contreras.
and Josh Stewart.
Hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hooray for beer!
Hooray for beer. And
Yeah,
I'm really...
I like that new intro you got there.
Yeah, well, part of a new intro. Yeah, baby steps. I was telling Kennedy,
Yeah.
baby steps. Working on it. Welcome, one and all.
Oh my God, it's Thursday,
Thursday.
but feels more like a Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Good Friday, huh?
Yeah.
So, are the kids
Early
out?
weekend. Yes.
Okay, excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
I'm off work tomorrow as well.
Very nice.
Kennedy's back.
Kennedy's back.
Kennedy back from Florida. Okay, first of all, did you see anything crazy in Florida? Because it's known for that.
No, not really.
No.
It wasn't too bad, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it was fine.
Did you see any gators?
I went to Gatorland.
I saw that. Was that scary? Did you get up close and personal with a gator?
Did you touch
Well,
them?
they won't let you like go into the same pens as the gators.
Not even with like their mouth taped shut.
No. Oh, they did have. They had like a gator wrestling exhibit.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice.
And so what was happening when we walked past was they were letting little kids in, and the kids were actually sitting on top of an alligator. The alligator had its mouth shut, and they were taking pictures. So these kids would sit on top of this gator. It was kind of small. It was only like 4 feet long.
Only.
Yeah. Well, it was probably only like 2 years old. And so the mouth was taped shut, and so the guy was having him grab it by like the snout, and then they would look at the camera and take a picture, and then the next
That's
one would
like
come back and sit
The
on the
worst
bat.
gator job at the gator farm.
Well, it was the guy with the he had the headset mic on so everybody can hear him, and he's telling bad jokes as he's wrestling gators.
I like him already.
Yeah.
Wrestling gators. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good.
Okay.
So I'm trying to retweet it. The Periscope feed. I'm not very good at this.
That's
stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Anyway, okay, did that. Gators, cool.
Yes, gators.
Yeah.
You brought back a plethora of beers.
I did. Look at them.
We don't have any in a glass yet.
No, not yet. But
So
we've got 7 of these to drink, by the way.
7. You brought back 7 beers.
Well, no.
Okay.
I brought back 8 beers, and I kind of lost one in my bag.
Okay. What are you, Mary Poppins? It just like gets stuck down there with. next
No,
to the...
it.
Kennedy has a huge carpet bag and just like stuff just falls to the bottom.
No, this is what happened.
Okay.
I packed like 8 beers,
Right.
all cans, but by the way, all cans.
Okie dokes.
And when I got my bag at the airport, I was like, "Oh, sweet! I don't see any beer dripping out of my bag."
always a good thing.
Yeah. So when I got my bag and put it in the back of my car or my trunk, I was like, "Something smells like beer." So then I opened it up, and one didn't make it.
I see.
I had like
That's not bad though. Out of 8.
1 out of
bring
8.
back
No, 1 out of
7.
8's not bad.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, you could do worse.
you could.
They could all get confiscated.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all get examined.
Do that.
No, none. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Except now my bag is gonna always smell like beer, and
Again, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it sounds wonderful.
Well, you know what? Since you're the one that needs to describe the beers, I guess I should pour the beers. What are we gonna drink first?
well, what kind of style?
I don't know what we have.
There's 7 beers and 6 different styles.
Well, lighter first is typically the best way to go, so you can take in all them whatevers. But you tell me which one. Did you get to try all these beers already, or is this new
I
to
have
you too?
tried one of these beers.
And it was great.
Yeah, orange. What is it? Orange Blossom Brewing Company. Orange.
Blossom.
Yeah,
Sounds very Floridian.
it is. They're from Orlando, although they don't have a tap room.
What?
Yeah. Orange Blossom. There's a Honey Pills there. That's
Ooh,
pretty
that sounds
good.
yummy.
So that's pretty light, and we also have that 2 Henry's blueberry vanilla wheat. I kind of want to try that one.
Catherine?
first.
You guys gonna drink anything or?
Catherine,
We're
you
just
you
gonna
make
talk- we're
you
gonna
make
talk
the
about
call.
it.
Catherine makes the call.
Try that honey pills first. Let's start there. That sounds light, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And you can work your way up to the rest of them.
All right, we can do that.
Okay. While I get ready
Hold
to
on.
pour, hold on. I'm gonna. Oh yeah,
What's
we got.
the darkest? Do you have them?
We have a
you need to
stout,
get-
right?
We go all the way
Light
to milk stout.
Okay, nice.
Okay. Well, we should do the open, right?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
Good is right. Okay. While I pour these beers or this beer, Catherine, I want to hear
Yeah.
about the scary story, the scary experience you had this past week.
Oh.
The
Yeah, you want to talk about that for just a second?
yeah.
So on Friday, last Friday,
Yeah.
my daughter got her driver's permit.
That's enough said there.
And I let her. First of all, let me just say this: she's a little heavy on the pedal. Okay.
You hit something.
Sorry.
That's
sorry.
it.
Sorry.
That's everyone applaud. applauding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so live.
Sorry that.
You don't have to
This
drive
has been
everywhere.
another
Ah, damn it. Sorry.
What
Sorry.
ya eat?
Sorry.
Yeah,
Shut up,
don't
Perry.
worry.
Sorry.
Something's going.
It's extra sensitive buttons. Yeah, sorry. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Anyway, so she got a driver's permit, and I decided that driving in just parking lots was silly. Like, she needs to actually drive on the road.
Yeah.
Which was really stupid because I took her to. Let me just say she did a great job, but it doesn't really matter whether or not she did a great job because she's still a 16-year-old kid driving my car. Like, period. But we went on a main street in front of her school, and I let her drive from her school to her brother and sister's school, and it was so terrifying, Josh. I can't even begin to tell you. First of all, it felt like she was so close to the curb, and maybe she wasn't, but it was just felt so close to the curb. And the speed limit there is 30 miles an hour, which is so stupid. It was the worst. And she never remembers to put that blinker on.
In her defense, though, who does?
I mean, I don't know. I need her to slow down.
The honey pills is the third one. Oh,
It's too much. It was
third
too
one
much.
over. Yeah, there you go.
So she drove your car, right?
She drove my car, yes.
Terrifying.
The Jetta.
It's an automatic, right?
Yeah, it's an automatic. Oh, I wish that I could teach her how to drive a manual, but I don't even know where to find one.
Do they make them anymore?
Well, that's what I learned on, but I don't know.
They still make them.
You have to like special order them now. They're more fun to drive though.
I kind of wish I still had my manual transmission.
Right? There's like something about it that like makes you really feel like you're in more control or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it better. What do we
Yeah.
Grab that can.
Where?
The one you just poured. It's right behind that. It's right behind the laptop. Keep
Oh.
going. Yeah.
You're gonna have to be more specific. We got like 17 laptops over here.
Yeah, that's true.
All
That's
right,
true.
tell us about that beer.
This is the one I've had before. The honey pills. Honey pill. I don't think you can call it honey pills. The honey pilsner. There's a lot of honey in this. You really taste it.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, good.
But this is the one from Orlando where I was.
What kind of honey is it? Orange blossom honey?
I would assume Orange Blossom sent honey because it has the words Orange Blossom
Well, let me say,
really big on it.
I've got an blood orange tree in my backyard, Catherine,
Really?
and the blossoms have been up for the last like 3 weeks or so, and it just smells so good.
Nice.
Makes
And
you
you
wanna
get does it really fruit?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You get nice.
I got that and a Meyer lemon tree,
Cool.
and they're little, but they
Yeah.
smell great. So this is the best smelling season in my backyard. The jasmine on the back fence are about to all
Yeah,
pop
just
out.
calling all the bees.
Yeah, they're great. We love bees. I mean,
Yeah.
I do. My girls don't.
Save the bees.
Yeah, we need more bees.
Yeah, they're the bee's knees.
Yeah, you can't taste the honey in this.
Is that good or bad? You're making it sound like you're still trying to figure it out.
I am. It's one of those things where when I hear Pilsner, I think one thing. I think more hop
Right.
forward, but then honey is
There's something to it.
yeah. So I almost wish it was its own, like something different, like just a honey beer or something.
Honey ale.
Yeah, it's more honey than Pilsner,
I see.
you know. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of honey in it.
yeah.
Honey.
It's honey beer is what it should just be called instead of a honey pills. Even though they probably use Pilsner malt or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, it's good. It's good beer. It's good beer. Way to go,
Okay.
Florida. Way to go, Kennedy. Good
Florida
job.
got one thing right.
We've got more things there.
That's true.
More things to go.
That's true.
Yeah. That's right.
Thank you, Hazel. So, is there going to be any more street driving to come? Is it just a?
Well, I mean, I guess there has to be, but it's so terrifying. The best part was my kids, but the middle two, when they realized that we were switching spots
Uh
and she was gonna drive, it was like I had betrayed them.
huh.
They didn't understand what was. They thought that like you would have thought I was murdering someone in front of them. That's how illegal they thought this was.
That's so funny.
They were like, "What is going on right now?
Yeah.
Kids are not supposed to be driving."
No, they're not.
You had a lot of faith in your daughter to let her drive with the two kids.
Well,
the other
it
kids.
was the first time was just for like 2 blocks from the front of our neighborhood to our house.
Yeah.
So it felt safer, I guess.
This is one of those. Let's be nostalgic about how things were when we were kids. Like, it was way easier to drive on the streets back in the day. There weren't
Yeah,
near as
really.
many people.
No.
You know, even like in a small town where I grew up now, you go back, I wouldn't, it's way too busy.
Yeah, it's very well. Also, we live like 45 minutes from their school, so I don't really see a time when her driving to school is going to be an option because she's got to get on like 2 different highways to get there, and it just it's not
Yeah,
happening.
that's tough. When do you, I mean, how do you, I don't know, man. How do you get somebody onto like 45 or 35, you know,
Right.
one of these big highways with tons
And
of,
like with the speed limit that's 70 miles per hour.
yeah, or
don't.
more.
You don't.
Yeah. Or what if it's raining, Josh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or what if it's foggy?
What if
Or
it's foggy?
foggy.
That's crazy. Yeah, you really got to train for each one of those scenarios. The foggiest place I've ever driven was Galveston. We went to dinner one night and came out. You literally could not see, like, your headlights wouldn't go anywhere. They didn't light anything up. You're just like, you barely saw the end of your hood.
Remember that time when we went to Griffin Meadery
Yeah.
and that drive back?
Yeah, the tax day floods.
Yeah, where you couldn't see about a car length in front of you on that drive home.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
sucked.
yeah. With all the rain,
Yeah.
that was scary too. I've been in that a couple of times. Like, I think that was coming back because it got dark because we had to like circumnavigate, like come back around like 5 miles to the north because the road was all, you know, flooded and everything. You had to go back to the city north and then try to get back over to 45. Anyway, when I was driving back home, it was literally I lost. It was one of those things where you're driving and you lose like your frame of reference as you're driving because the water's coming this way and I'm driving about 5 miles an hour, but you can't really tell if you're going forward or if you're just sitting still. And
Oh my gosh.
it was crazy. I wouldn't recommend it.
What age were you guys when you first started learning to drive?
Oh, my dad took me out in the country when I was like 10.
Oh,
Like,
you got to.
Oh wow.
You actually got to use the pedals when you
yeah,
were 10?
yeah, I could reach him. I mean, it was
No,
yeah.
like he sat in the passenger seat, and you got to actually drive. Now I'm not talking sitting on his lap. I mean, where you actually got to like sit down.
That might have been like
and drive.
12.
Yeah.
Like, but still early. That 10 when I was 10, probably sitting in his lap, but I was doing it.
Interesting. I was older. I was 15, 16 probably. But I felt like it was so different because we lived, like everything I needed was within like 5 miles of my house.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have to like do anything nuts. I still made mistakes and probably hit a person or two and kept driving, and
That happens.
I would get lost all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you didn't have Google Maps.
Yeah, there was just all I had was my memory, and you know.
You know, that's probably good when you think about it. Because now, can you imagine a 16-year-old driving while they're looking at their phone?
No. Well, what's nice about the new phones is that they like mine shuts down in the car, so that's nice.
Does it really?
Yeah,
Even maps and everything?
it turns everything off. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I did that for myself because I'm really bad about checking my email or whatever.
Yeah, right. So, book on reading a book on iBooks as you're driving.
Yeah, exactly. Watching a movie or something.
Into it. You're just into it.
Yeah.
Now with like unlimited data, forget it. It's like
I know.
it's not. Don't worry. It's not costing me any data. It's fine.
Yeah.
Real quick, Sylvia. Hey, Sylvia. We did list 1 or 2 of the beers brought back from Florida. She was asking, and then Jeffrey said he learned to drive with a manual. Of course, he did because that's what Jeffrey.
It feels like back in the day, it was more like learning to drive that way was because just in case. Like that's what I remember. Like somebody telling me, like, well, you're gonna learn this because you might be in a situation, in an emergency situation or something, where you have to drive someone else's car or something, and it's not automatic. But now I don't really think that's the case. I guess.
No, you can just in the case of emergency, just download Uber. Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
That's how I first learned to drive a standard. I was 18 years old, and some friends of mine were really drunk.
Yeah. No, that's
Really drunk one
not
night.
the first time I've heard that story.
And I had to drive their car home. And I was like, oh, great, manual.
Yeah. First
I was
time
so bad at it.
my dad had one and he tried to teach me and I just couldn't figure it out. The whole like balancing the you know.
Well, it's hard. I think that's a hard thing to like learn from someone else. You have to really just do it.
Yes, but then he's like he was trying to teach me. He's like, you know what, we'll figure it out. But come on. So then he took me to the car dealership that he had he always talked to, they had a little like Ford Ranger, little 4-cylinder Ford Ranger that got about 89 miles to the gallon, and you couldn't make it up the hill most of the time. That was what I was gonna get, and so I had to learn how to drive that manual on the test drive to get it home.
Yeah, that's how I had to learn. My first car was manual, and if I was going to get to school, I had to drive it, and I learned on the road, and I stalled out everywhere.
Yep. I got pretty good. We had this really steep hill, and I would go try, like, just test it, every day. Get on that hill and then let it roll back and see if I could, whatever.
Yeah,
Put it
like
back in
I
gear.
learned by them saying, some drunk guy saying, just give it a lot of gas.
My favorite
and
is
slowly ease off the clutch.
the one that, what was it? Dogma, the movie Dogma, where they're driving back. It's Jay and Silent Bob, and the engine's right there. It's like, what gear are you in? He's like, what do you mean gear? Didn't know it was a manual. Anyway, I don't know.
So Misty just joined us.
Hey, Misty.
I got to meet her in Florida.
Oh,
She
nice.
she loves our show.
She did-
Oh,
She
Oh, what?
well.
Yeah.
She loved it. She loved it before or after she met you?
well, she loved it before she no, I say she liked it before she met
Okay.
me.
But then she
Now-
met you and she was like, "Oh, now it's quality."
Yeah. This is probably like the best thing
did
she watches.
Say like, "Oh, you don't look this tall on the screen. You're much taller in person."
Yeah, did she say that? Because you are pretty tall.
I think she knew I was gonna be tall. She's seen pictures of Jules and I together.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay.
So she had hi Misty. She had an idea. But then when she saw me, she goes, "Damn, you're much more sexier in real life."
Did she really say that?
Oh,
No, she didn't say that.
I didn't.
okay.
No,
I didn't.
Okay.
no.
I didn't think
But
so.
so we went. The reason Jules and I went was for a wedding.
Mm-hmm. Who got
Yeah.
married? Did Misty get married?
Misty did not get married, but her husband performed the ceremony.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. Way to
Well,
go.
cheers!
Yeah.
Cheers to the new couple.
Yeah, congratulations. Here, let's do you want to do a toast? You want to toast the bride, and I'll toast the groom. Like, well, you can be maid of honor or matron of honor or whatever, and I'll be best
Kennedy's
man.
gonna be the matron of honor.
No, you are.
Oh,
We should
I was-
we should
I was
toast them.
thinking
What are
I
their
needed to
what are their names? Do you remember, Kennedy?
Uh,
Yeah. Wasn't it like Sarah and
No.
Jacob or something?
no, it was. Oh my God,
How much did you drink at the wedding reception?
the girl's name was Saoirse.
Saoirse.
So both the people who got married, the couple, are from Ireland,
Oh.
ooh,
and so this was a destination for them.
exotic.
So
Yeah.
Saoirse and
Saoirse.
and O'Malley,
Shearsa and Dave.
Yeah.
Connor. It's the only other.
Oh, did you read that or did you know? Were you
I
just
read
guessing?
it. No,
Me?
I just knew it. Kennedy.
Okay.
No, I could maybe I can see the comment.
Yeah,
I would have never
Okay.
guessed Saoirse from that
Yeah.
the spelling there, but
me either.
I mean, get Saoirse and Dave.
It's Misty's niece.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, great. Okay, so Catherine, do you want to do a toast
It's,
for
it's a nice
Oh,
a
sure.
reception toast?
Irish one. Hold on, before we do a toast,
We should probably refill.
yeah. Let's go blueberry wheat because I really want to try this one.
Where is it? Is it in hand?
First one.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, right over the candle. That's
Yeah,
hot.
yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah. Don't burn yourself.
Two Henry's Brewing Company. There you go. Oop, sorry, didn't mean to get all up in your face like that. It's got a steamboat. How quaint. How quaint.
Yeah.
How genteel.
Exactly.
That's 2 days in a row, Catherine. I've been able to be genteel.
Oh,
Yeah. Yesterday at B52, shameless plug for Interbrews, they had one of the best beers I've ever had. Peach tea sour.
ooh,
So good. But yeah, I got to be that's a
fancy.
that's a genteel beer.
Did it have proper glassware?
Yes, we had all kinds of proper glassware.
Good.
You have two of these? No, sorry. I may have taken
No,
more
there's-
than my fair share.
Oh, you did.
Sorry. Capitalism. I got there first.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Anyway, it was one of those beers you drink. You're like, I do declare that is a tasty beer.
Oh, wow.
I do declare.
We're right back to the Civil War.
Yes.
Nice.
Or, the chicken place. All right, are you ready to do a toast?
I'm
Sure.
ready.
I could do a toast on the fly.
All right, let's do
for
that.
people I don't know.
Yeah, you okay. You go, and then I'll go, and then we'll.
Okay.
Hold on. Where's the?
I'll go first.
This
Oh, guys.
Right.
Gosh, I'm not even prepared for this. I didn't write anything down, but I'm so excited to be here at the wedding of Sheersha and Dave. What a magical day for Sheersha and Dave, everyone. They met on
In a bar.
deserted island
they met.
called
They met in a bar doing
a
shots.
bar called the Deserted Island.
Doing
and
shots.
They did. They shot each other, so they spent some time at the hospital, I think, and fell in love over gauze and heavy medications. And here we are today. Two people. Dave can't walk, and Sheersha still is a little bandaged, but they made it. And congratulations, everybody! Lift your beers and your glasses and say congratulations to Sheersha and Dave.
Here.
Here.
Or whatever you do.
Yeah,
That was great.
thank you.
Yeah.
I worked on it. I stayed up all night last night working on that.
It's almost like a smoky blueberry. That's what I typically do after a toast at a wedding. I comment on the drink. I just
You're like,
Is it supposed to taste like that?
yeah. What?
like a
This
smoky
one.
blueberry?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what we're drinking.
A blueberry vanilla wheat.
Oh, it's the vanilla. I'm thinking it almost has a smoky character to it.
It almost tastes like medicine to me. I don't know if I'm a big fan of this one.
Maybe not. Drain pour. 2 Henrys.
You guys don't like that?
It's fine. To me, it's okay. I mean,
Do you taste blueberry in this at all?
I do. Vanilla. To me, it has almost like a smoky vanilla thing kind of going on. Depends on how. Like we'd have to do some research on the how thing. But enough about that. I need to. Saoirse. Hey everybody. Thanks for coming out. Mother of the bride, how you doing?
Oh,
Looking good. And Dave's dad, you're what do you think? All right. Yeah, I met Dave, back in the day at work. And, they talk about luck of the Irish. Well, these two were lucky to have found each other because, Dave, you're my boy, man. You're my boy. And I couldn't be more happy for you. You and Saoirse found each other, and even though we won't get to hang out anymore, especially with you living in Ireland, and if I have to give away my best friend, yeah, that's a good one. I don't mind. So,
Do you need a moment?
no, it's okay. To the bride and groom, may you have a long life together, full of happiness, cheer, and good fortune. And may you have many, many kids. Because I assume you're Catholic because you're from Ireland. And I think that's still a thing. To the bride and groom. Cheers. Slancha. Whatever they say.
Cilantro.
that
Slancha.
was
Slancha.
Cilantro.
the rapiest
Was it?
toast.
Yeah,
I
it was
have
a little creepy. It
Oh,
was a
sorry.
little bit on
I
the
get,
creepy-
I
a
get a
little bit on
little
the creepy side.
I get a little worked
Felt
up.
like you were trying to maybe grease something up before you make your move. I'm not sure.
Are you talking about? Oh well.
But
Yeah, the drinks are flowing at the reception.
no, I got it.
Woo.
Dave's dad, he's gonna get it later.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I just
He might be pregnant later.
yeah, no.
Hi, Preston.
Yeah. Hey, Preston. Speaking of Preston.
Oh, Preston!
Cheers.
Preston had a birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Preston. What, like
42?
nah.
Oh,
I'm not-
25.
Yeah, 26 tops ish. Yeah. Because Preston, that reminds me that this episode brought to you by the Grain Cellar. I hope you had that one.
Right.
Hold on. I do.
Humble's premier homebrew store. And now that Kennedy's back from Florida and about to move into his new apartment, Catherine,
Oh, that's right.
I'm moving soon.
moving
But
soon.
wait, there's one thing we need to talk about before we go
Solo.
move on.
I'm
from
moving by
that.
myself. Is that what you were about to ask?
No,
Oh.
no, Bachelor Kennedy,
Oh, okay.
relax. Relax, afraid of commitment. Calm down. How did the pooping go?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hold on. Hummel's Homebrew, premier homebrew store for all your. Speaking of brewing up something, your
Something-
homebrew
something
winemaking,
was
distilling,
brewing.
fermenting supplies. That's Kennedy had plenty of fermenting supplies going into this whole thing, and equipment. Free hugs, waist up or waist down, and
Either one.
cheese classes, all kinds of classes. He's been doing all kinds of classes. So, yeah, brew some beer. That's what Preston says, and yeah, there you go. All right, back to the poo.
Yeah. So how did you work it out?
um,
And for those of you that didn't tune in last week,
How dare you? First of all,
the big debate and mystery was Kennedy went to Florida with his girlfriend to meet the fam. Bam. Stayed at her parents' house, right?
yes.
Okay. And we wanted to know how Kennedy was going to maneuver the number twos.
I would see. What'd you do?
Well, first of all, you sit down.
Colt 45.
Right.
Well, hold on. There's a couple stories. Like, how detailed
Here's what I want.
do you want me
Hold
to
on.
get with
First
this?
of all, when you were about to go number two, did you think of us? Is what I want to know.
I
Because we
did.
talked about it in depth.
Yeah. Well, first of all, so the toilet was positioned kind of right next to the wall,
Okay.
with the toilet paper dispenser like right where my thigh should be.
Okay.
So right off the bat, thanks, Josh. Look!
It's a
Th-
Hefeweizen.
this is a Josh pour.
a Hefeweizen.
Hold on. Josh shits on me all the time for my pours, but I just want you to look at this.
It's a Hefeweizen pour. Here.
This is This is how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Wait. It's like
Oh,
that.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is there beer in that glass?
There's a lot of head.
This
is
hold on.
this is Captain Ron.
I saw a article.
Captain Ron Hefeweizen.
In the Czech Republic, sometimes they want like a whole cup of just foam,
Okay.
and they slurp it. Is what they do.
All right.
Just foam, like maybe an inch of beer, and then the rest foam.
Yeah. So first of all, I couldn't sit on the toilet straight
Okay.
because
Okay.
there wasn't enough room to like on like my left hand side to put my leg out. Because it's like almost right up against the wall
Okay.
with like a
Okay.
toilet paper dispenser here, so I kind of had to sit on it at an angle.
Okay.
And let's just say the first day, the travel day, I kind of held a lot of stuff in because, you don't want to poop on the... Like, it kind of hit me about the plane ride, and I wasn't about to do that job.
What time were you flying?
We left early.
Is this your normal?
left early.
That's the problem with traveling. Is like one, if you don't like take the discipline to make sure you have a normal breakfast and then get everything
Yeah.
done the way it normally happens, it's gonna throw you off because you're probably like, oh, we need to stop and get some kolaches or breakfast tacos or something, and you're gonna drink something different like chocolate milk with your kolaches or not, because it
Right.
seemed like a good idea in the moment,
Right.
and it's just gonna throw everything off. So there's that element too. Plus you're nervous.
Yeah, so... And then, I didn't want to poop at the airport because that's probably the nastiest place in the world
That
to
would
have
have
to
been
poop.
the safest place for you to poop would have been at the airport in a public bathroom
Mm-hmm.
with Jules in a completely different room.
Maybe in a different
it was-
terminal.
It was gonna happen. I mean,
But that's the worst
I was
bathroom.
there 4 days.
It's the worst bathroom though.
yeah.
Everybody's like holding back, and then some of those
Yeah. Well, that's true.
international, just everybody coming in from all
Yeah.
corners of the globe and just letting loose.
And then the urge kind of went away, and it would come and it would go.
Mm.
But anyway, long story short, it wasn't until day 2 that I went, and it was an early morning job. And
Like before the crack of dawn.
no, it wasn't that early. I would say it was like around 9 o'clock or so.
Uh-huh.
But this thing, oh man, I wish it was acceptable to be able to take pictures because this. Thing,
Oh,
I didn't.
Never.
But this thing was ginormous. Like,
to use a baseball analogy, you were admiring you were just watching your home run go over the fence, and then you flipped your bat. Is basically what you're saying.
yeah, I mean,
I think
wow.
maybe okay. I think Kennedy, you misunderstood my question.
No, I'm getting
was
I'm getting to the embarrassing part because
Oh.
basically, so when I flushed,
I think this whole segment here is the embarrassing part. But go ahead.
well, you guys asked, so
this is gonna forever live on the internet.
We
But
asked.
Go ahead.
Well, anyway, there was kind of a, sometimes when they're a little big, they leave like little stains in the bowl.
Potty art.
Yeah, and there was a lot of stain left in the bowl.
Okay. Did they have a brush nearby?
They didn't. I remember looking around.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
And they and to top it off,
So you graffitied the toilet bowl.
and
Tagged it.
and I used all the toilet paper, and I had to like finish using Kleenex.
Kennedy, I told you to take those flushable wipes.
Mm-hmm. Seriously, bro.
Well, I didn't.
We had this conversation.
I should have listened to you. Didn't listen to you.
Probably not the last time that'll be uttered on this show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I had to finish the job with Kleenex.
Probably messed up their whole septic system. And
But you know what? At least they had something for you to finish the job with.
yeah, seriously, we could just jump right in the shower.
That could have been much worse.
Yeah. I was about to do that if things come worse to worse.
Yeah, just jump in the shower and
So
then burn the whole room when you're on your way out.
yeah, and so I learned something. One of
Misty says never flush wipes. I agreed. Never flush
No,
wipes.
that's right. Don't flush them. But he could have packed them back and thrown them away.
you don't flushable wipes.
They're not really
No,
fun.
you
They
can't-
clog
yeah,
up
clog
everything.
the pipe.
I
But
mean,
I
you
thought
weren't
they-
going to be there, so it'd been fine for you. But in
You would've
theory,
just
I
left.
thought
it's like
I
3
thought-
days from
I
now.
thought flushable wipes. They say flushable wipes on them.
Well, you can flush
not
pretty much
flushable.
anything. Misty, would you like to elaborate? Her husband is a plumber.
All right, so
Maybe we should Skype her in.
I
Get
learned
a
this.
diagram. Screen
I learned
share.
this expression from one of Jules' friends on this trip. Like whenever you have a good BM, you're supposed to go.
No.
You just like pinch your finger together and drag it like that.
For what? Where? To people?
Yeah, that means when you come in the bathroom and you have a good one, you go.
Is this person's thing or is this like a Florida thing?
What are you talking about?
I don't.
That's kind of.
No, you don't do that.
You don't?
No. In fact, I would look up some American Sign Language and figure out what it is you're saying.
Yeah, you might be saying something really like
Yeah.
you were. I knew that Kennedy was a racist or whatever. I don't know.
I don't like. Yeah. It sounds like you want to murder me. When
You wanna
say
do
that.
what?
I don't know what the.
How dare you? What did you say? This is not appropriate for the internet or anywhere else.
So, but I mean, luckily, there's Febreze in the bathroom. So
Febreze.
Febreze,
That's good.
and there was a
Like
there's
the odor, like the air freshener Febreze?
yeah
Okay.
Febreze, and then there was a window right by the toilet. So
Okay.
I don't
I
think
feel like we thoroughly discussed all these scenarios
Yeah.
before
You didn't.
you went to Florida and you didn't listen to anything we said.
You didn't use poopery. Sounds like.
I didn't use poopery. I did
Okay.
not use poopery.
So did you just stroll out like nothing had happened?
Well, when I got Jules alone, I'm like, man, you should have seen the size of that one.
Oh God bless her.
Yeah. You think, Catherine? You think they're gonna make it to next Valentine's Day?
I mean, they have to now. She knows about his bowel movement, right?
I don't know.
I only brag about them when they're really big.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just remember, who brought this up?
Listen,
who brought the
I didn't
pooping
ask-
up?
I didn't ask how big it was. Okay, what I asked was, how did it go? But I look at that. First of all, Hazel's saying hers are bigger. Stop bragging. Okay, cool. Well, Jules.
Jules is
I'm so
Jules is
sorry
watching,
that
by the way.
Yeah.
Kennedy feels it necessary to describe his BMs to you. I don't even really know what to say about that.
It's the first and only time I've ever done that.
Well, you did it in her parents' house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her parents may be calling Misty's husband if they haven't already.
All right. So that worked out. Any other firsts on this trip?
No.
Okay.
No. Oh, somebody asked before, and we did sleep in the same room.
Okay.
I think Jeffrey asked if we slept in the same room or different rooms.
You've disgusted Catherine to the point where she just walked away.
Yeah.
Do we have just a Josh and Kennedy cam?
No, we don't.
That's
But
it? Just a
that's-
wide shot?
Yeah.
That's what we need, a Josh and Kennedy cam.
Oh, this is
Would
kind
we
of
have
a
to-
Josh and Kennedy cam.
Yeah, it's too wide. It
Well,
shows
now-
all our. At least it doesn't show the floor. I need to sweep in here. And we got all these bare spots. Okay. So anybody watching, whether it's later today or later this week, while you're anticipating the next episode of said Liquid Lunch,
I think we lost
These-
a lot of viewers.
these bare
now.
spots here need your logos, like Brazos Valley here, or Eighth Wonder, or see all these logos, Catherine? All these bare spots, they need to be filled.
Yeah.
We just got a new one right over. You can't really see it from there, but Holler Brewing right over here above the Interbrews logo. We were at Holler on Tuesday doing a Brewers Roundtable with. Yeah, it was great. That's another one you need to. Well, there's so many. You just need to visit them all.
Yeah, I think what I want to do, I don't know when, is just take a trip to Houston, hit up a bunch of them.
You know what we need? We need our short bus, and we need to hire a driver.
Yeah. You know what else I need? I need access to more musicians. I've run through all of my musicians. I need more.
You need more.
So if you're a local musician in San Antonio and you'd like to come on She's Crafty, holla at your girl.
Or how about this? If you're anywhere in Texas and you're going to San Antonio for your touring, right?
Bring it.
Can we?
Bring
I don't want to presume that that's what you would like to do,
You
but
know who I'm lobbying to get on my show right now is John Cusack because he's coming to San Antonio.
what?
I've tweeted at him a bunch of times
Uh-huh.
and sent some messages, so I'm hoping. I don't know if he drinks, but we'll find out.
I'm sure,
Or I'll find out nothing at all. I don't know.
right? I feel like his sister, Joan, right?
John
Yeah.
Cusack, yeah.
What did I just see that she was on? We watched something. Was it?
School of Rock.
No.
No, she was on something to a very small part, right?
Like Jumanji, maybe? Was that it? We
Oh,
just
I don't
watched.
know.
We just
I didn't
watched
see that.
the new Jumanji with The Rock. That one was pretty good. It was fun.
Didn't look good.
Okay. Sorry. It's got The Rock in it. How can it not be good?
Do you guys want to check our connection? It says broadcast interrupted on my phone.
Oh no, I don't know. You tell me, Kennedy. The Periscope is looking great.
It did freeze up for a second.
Did it? Watch that. That Periscope's looking fantastic right there.
Should be
Fancy schmancy.
fun.
Everybody needs to switch over to Twitter. How's YouTube's? Yeah. Everything's bigger in Texas except for Kennedy's poos. And then when he goes to Florida.
It's weird. Why did
Yeah,
it
it's not
freeze
me.
up?
I don't know. Having issues? Everybody switch over to Periscope. We go to Twitter at Liquid Lunch.
Or
TX.
Facebook. Or sorry, YouTube.
Or the
No, I'm on
YouTubes.
Facebook.
Oh, the YouTubes.
Why the YouTubes freeze up?
The YouTube's froze up or Facebook?
Facebook's frozen.
You know what happened with Facebook? Everybody figured out that they're listening to you all the time.
They are listening to you all the time.
I knew it.
So many people. Yeah.
I knew it.
Just froze it up.
We had too many people watching. I knew they were watching and listening.
videos
I think
everywhere.
Amazon
Yeah,
does too.
anytime I talk about anything, it shows up on my Facebook feed.
Yeah.
I wonder if did they cut us off?
No. Who? Facebook?
Yeah.
Too much poo talk?
Maybe.
How exciting!
Did we get censored by
Oh,
by
it's back. It's back
Zucks? No.
I don't know, but
On
we're
my
go-
feed, we're still there.
It
We're-
started again.
Yeah.
We're going strong on the YouTubes.
And Periscope, which you are always down on.
We're on-
I think
we're on
Kennedy's safe
Periscope.
Facebook.
I know.
Good.
No, we're back. We got people. We're at a 3 shot up. We're good on Facebook.
Back, y'all.
I was hoping we got censored. That would have been really cool.
That would have been awesome.
We're
That
so-
never happened to me.
We're so rogue. We're so like edgy.
Oh, we're so crazy talking about how regular Kennedy is.
Yeah.
Or irregular.
Irregular. Yeah. But anyway, what we're saying about Facebook? Oh, they're always listening.
Yes, it's crazy.
Yeah. I kind of knew it though.
Well, listen. I don't really understand the big hoopla about giving the information to the advertising people because didn't we already know that?
You should have known that.
Because whenever I used to work in social media, and anytime I would do ads for my clients, we would pull that information for demographics.
Yeah.
And you can learn anything, everything.
Yeah. Geographical, age, interests, like, you know.
Yeah. Oh, a stay-at-home mom,
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you put on that
Interest.
Facebook. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
How much home brewing you do or don't do, Kennedy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, we're back.
I don't know what happened. Facebook.
It just happens.
I think they don't like us.
We got censored. We're going to run with that. We got censored by
we got
Facebook.
censored.
You got censored for 30 seconds.
All right.
Yeah.
So we could talk about
What?
dildos all day long.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But once we start talking about poo, that's when we get
Oh,
censored.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Speaking of dildos,
no, not dildos.
oh,
Things that are big in the forefront, like the Facebook stuff. That's kind of forefront of cultural yada yada yada. Oh, that Hefeweizen was pretty good, by the way.
yeah.
The Roseanne reboot show or continuation or what? Anybody? Catherine,
Oh,
did you watch that?
No. Mm-mm.
Did you watch Roseanne back in the day?
Yeah, my parents watched it, so I guess that means I watched it.
Yeah.
I saw her on a like a talk show, I guess,
Uh-huh.
talking about some political stuff. But is it good? I haven't seen it.
It's just they picked up right where they left off. It was the typical.
It got weird at the end, right? Like something they won the lottery. And
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
died.
I think that ended
Yeah,
up being
yeah,
it. Like
died.
they just said, "Oh, that was all a dream," and so that's just cut
Oh, I
out of
see.
the thing. I mean, it's fine. It's not. It's just this. It's the same show. If you liked the one previously, you'll like this one. It's new
Okay.
dynamics. It's been a while. I'm gonna say because the ratings were so big, it's gonna do some. There's gonna be some other reboots and like we'll probably see Alf come back. Maybe.
Yes.
I would watch Saved by the Bell again.
No.
Well, they did the college years, but you're talking about having them come back and have their kids, or what are you talking about?
I mean, I guess, but I don't want a whole reboot. I want like 3 episodes,
Yeah, I think I think that's what they're doing here. Like
and then we can walk away.
they're signed on for a season, and I bet you they do one more season unless it just goes really wacky.
Well, Jessie became a stripper.
Oh yeah,
Not-
she did.
She did. You know, realize that's like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. That movie, Showgirls. It's crazy.
That was the worst movie.
Yeah. Well,
But we all watched it.
it's true. That's true. But no, they did the college years. That's when Kelly Kapowski really came into her.
Blossomed.
Yeah. She spends a lot of her time in Houston now.
Does she?
She was on Melrose Place, I think, after that, or something.
90210.
Yeah, I had a
Oh,
big
okay.
thing for Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Yeah, no, who didn't? But now she does a lot of cooking. I follow her on Twitter. She has her own cooking show.
Yeah,
But apparently she hangs out in Houston a lot.
nice.
So,
Oh,
Big
we
fan.
We need to get her on the show.
yeah.
Think she's a beer drinker?
No, she is. I think so. But she hangs out at not Onion Creek. No, one of the creeks.
Cedar Creek?
Cedar Creek. One of the creeks.
Onion Creek?
One of the creeks. I think that's kind of her place. That's what I've heard. That's the rumor, Catherine.
Awesome.
That's the rumor. So yeah, she can't be all bad if she's into Houston craft beer, Texas craft beer.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh, what another reboot? Perfect Strangers. That'd be a good reboot, right? They did Full House already.
Balky.
Yeah. Where's Balky now?
I have no idea.
They could really
Good
play up the
question.
political side of it. Maybe he's in danger of getting deported after all these
Yeah.
years.
Well, maybe he was involved in the election scandal.
Maybe something. We don't know.
Yeah.
What else? Family Matters.
Oh.
You know.
Facts of Life.
Ooh, Facts of Life would be a
Yeah.
good one. That'd be fun. Yeah. What about Dukes of Hazzard? That'd be a good one. They're all still around. I mean, Uncle Jesse's.
Three's
not.
Company. Oh, John Ritter's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's
never
not-
mind. I don't want to see it without
Never
John
mind.
Ritter. He was great, man.
Yeah.
Like Bad Santa, one of the best movies ever. He,
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Facts. No, I said
You said Facts of Life. What about Fresh Prince? That'd be a weird one.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
No, Will
the
Smith.
guy Will Smith's gonna want way too much
They'd have,
money.
yeah, they'd have to pay him $1 trillion per
Yeah.
episode. Trillion.
$1 trillion.
I drank all the Hefeweizen. What'd you think of the Hefeweizen?
Hefeweizen was good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, I think with you, I'm not gonna say the blueberry was bad. Oh, hold on. You know what? Let me pull up something. real
It's
quick.
okay.
No. I gotta
didn't-
pull something up. There was.
I didn't really like it.
Okay, congratulations. But let me pull something up real quick. There was a quote from the late great Michael Jackson, not the King of Pop, but the beer guy.
There's the beer Michael Jackson.
Oh, Kennedy.
What?
Yes. Catherine, you know about. Oh wait, she puts her headphones back on. Catherine, you know about the beer Michael Jackson, right?
The beer Michael Jackson?
Yes.
What does that mean?
The guy that.
A beer called Michael Jackson?
No. The beer writer. He passed away in 2007, but he wrote
Now I don't feel bad.
like a bunch of books about reviewing. He was like basically the godfather of the modern craft beer movement, or like he was on Conan O'Brien a few times, and
My goodness.
he was great. English guy.
For beer? For craft beer?
Yes,
Wow.
the Beer Hunter. It's on YouTube. You can go back and find the Beer Hunter.
Okay.
But let me see. I got to find the. Let's see. I should look up my own stuff because I shared it. Hold on, sorry. This is super unprofessional. I should have had this already. Come on now. Here we go. Where did it go? I thought I retweeted it. Anyway, Stan Huron. Oh, here we go. It's a blog post from Boke and Bailey. Anyway, the quote from Michael Jackson, the late great Michael Jackson. They were trying to figure out what he would have said about any IPAs, NEPAs, New England IPAs, right?
Okay.
It's like all the rage, the big debate, whatever. But the final quote, which I thought was great.
His name was Michael Jackson.
Yes, the beer hunter.
Okay.
And
I
he.
didn't understand what you were saying. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
I got you now. When you said the Michael Jackson of beer, I thought you meant like he was like the pop king of beer. I got you now.
Pop the top. No, go
Hey.
back and watch his clips on Conan O'Brien.
Did he do the blue moonwalk?
No, he wouldn't have. No. Okay, so here's the quote that I'm gonna talking about this blueberry beer from Two Henrys. It says, "If I can find something good to say about a beer, I do. If I despise a beer, why find room for it?" And that's great. So that's what everybody should have in mind when they think about negative beer reviews online.
Yeah.
If it's horrible, why find room for it? If you can find something good to say about it, say that.
Yeah, I feel that way about us in our shows in a way. I never ever give a bad review. I just don't mention it.
To our show, or to the beers on our show.
Yeah, for our show and also for beers that I do on this show or my other show. I would rather say nothing than give a brewery a bad review because that feels unfair. Because
Yeah.
what if the next beer they come out with is awesome?
Exactly.
And I've given everybody a bad taste for that brewery. And if we want craft beer to last,
Yeah, and there's
give
always
everybody
like I learned this. I'll throw some a shout out to Bev Blackwood, who teaches the beer tasting classes sometimes around town here in Houston. He talked about when you're evaluating home brewers and things like that, it might be they're just not a very good brewer, but you can always find something positive to say. It's like, hey, you made it into the bottle, or whatever. It's always something. And Preston, he said here. So if Preston is hearing, then I know I'm on to something. So I'll keep going on this thing. But anyway, I was thinking about this. Like if somebody, like I'm not somebody to do a negative review. If you're wanting like constructive criticism or something, I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah, and I don't think it's us being inauthentic or like political. I think that just like craft beer as a whole listen, there are a lot of critics already.
Mm-hmm.
People that have never brewed a beer ever in their lives, people that have never worked at a brewery, people that don't work in beer, that have a lot of negative opinions about certain styles. Also, that's the other thing is that it's so subjective.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe I'm not into IPAs. How can I review someone's IPA? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and so many variables. Even if you are into IPAs, maybe that day you had the wrong thing to eat before you walked in.
Yeah, like you just
Maybe
I don't know.
maybe Kennedy visited the bathroom of that establishment right before, and
that tastes in your mouth.
yeah, that's the permeating through the air. That all plays into it. Maybe they're cooking something that you're not a big fan. All of that. Anyway, yeah. So that's my new thing. Beer reviews, they don't have to be all huggy feely. But if you're gonna be just a negative Nelly all the time,
Yeah.
maybe it's better left. If it's not worth drinking, move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Don't put all that energy out.
Same with beer podcasts.
Yeah. If this is not your jam, I mean,
Change the channel.
yeah. You need to change your station, to quote the great Mike Tyson, or whatever he said. Catherine rocking the Altmaier and Lewis shirt. That's one
You
point.
know what? Can I just say something? Oh, I got a little baby something on my shirt. But anyway,
Is it poop?
no, it's probably cookie or something she was eating earlier. This shirt, first of all, I love Altmaier and Lewis, two of my favorite people.
Yeah.
These shirts are so soft and comfortable.
Is it what's the brand of that shirt? Is it
You know what? That's a good question. I think it's canvas, but I usually always know.
you know your
because
shirts?
I'm into it. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I gotta look, but I have it in a medium and a large,
Oh, just in case.
just in case.
Depend on-
you never know.
If like you're going to that all-you-can-eat buffet or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. Yeah.
I'll always
But
be
I
prepared.
love. You guys have you been out there, Josh, to Altmaier and Lewis?
Not yet. Not yet.
You gotta go, man. It's just like the nicest people ever.
Mm-hmm.
They're so cool and so nice, and the beers are delicious.
Yeah. There's so many good places. So many good places.
So many.
Yeah.
San Antonio, all of a sudden, I feel like we're just now picking up speed, which is super exciting.
No, it's a good time to be there, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you've had kind of the big city. Like Austin was kind of ahead of everybody.
Right. Always.
But it's almost like now Austin, from an outsider's perspective, everywhere I go, I always enjoy. But it's a little daunting. Like, where do you start?
There's so many.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you
The
really.
other thing is that I feel, and I've said this in a couple of places, and one of them was on social media, but a lot of people like to compare cities,
Uh-huh.
and I don't think it's fair. Like, they compare, like, the San Antonio beer scene to Austin's beer scene. That's
Mm-hmm.
not even fair at all, because Austin has marketed itself to be indie
Yeah.
and local and weird, and San Antonio is a different vibe. It's a family town, and so
Yeah.
you can't expect for the same drinkers and the same reception that you're
Yeah.
going to get in Austin.
I would even say, like in Houston, you got to take away the different like parts of town. Like, if you're comparing Conroe area brewery, which is north of town versus like Galveston area, now there's 3 breweries in Galveston down on the island. I mean, that's your beach beers versus lake beers.
Right.
I mean, that's a whole show, Catherine. That's a whole
Yeah.
show of its own. Don't
Yeah.
get me started on lake versus beach.
So, do you like to are you one of those, well, I guess it's a little different, but do you like to float? Are you a floater? Because we have a lot of river floating around here.
I'm super dense, as you could tell, with all this muscle mass. So floating is a bit of a challenge for
Quit
me.
insulting yourself
Yeah.
like that.
But I mean, if I can make it work, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll float.
As a day?
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't do it much. It's been a while since I've done some floating on a river
Yeah.
of any sort. You know what? But no, I kayaked a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
I guess that's kind of floating. It's not a tube.
Kind of. I meant a tube and
Yeah,
a
tube and a cooler and a
Whatever.
cooler,
Yeah.
cooler,
Like
cooler
the person
tube.
next to you floating and also vomiting into the water. or whatever.
Yeah, and you just urinate whenever you need to go.
Just go.
So
Everyone's
if someone
drunk.
vomits in front of you, or right beside you in a in the inner tube,
Yeah.
do you get in front of them real quick? Do you try to
I
get in
think
front
you
of them
just
to
try
pass it
push
up,
yourself off as far away from them as
or do you want to
possible.
get behind them?
No, if you can tip them
I
over.
think it depends on if you
Yeah.
could just drown them, really.
Yeah, if you just
Going.
if you can throw a large boulder into their lap.
And
Yeah.
you just right from the beginning, do you have to just assume that you're going to be floating in a lot of urine?
Of course.
And
Yeah.
you just got to get past that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like if you go to a water park
Yeah.
and you get in that lazy river, that's just a big urinal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just have to get past that.
I just don't go in there. But yeah.
You don't
Wave
go to
pool.
Lazy River?
Not if I can. I mean, I get in, pee, and get out. That's what you do. I don't linger.
Yeah.
I don't sit there and
Well, I mean-
meander around and people. I
Like,
don't.
how
know
much
those
of
people.
a,
Huh?
you can't just get in and pee and get right back out.
Sure you can.
You got to float for a little bit
No,
before you get back out.
you're doing it wrong.
But the current.
You stay on like that third step and just.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. It's yeah. I don't like. I'll go around once, but then you try not to think.
I don't think about it.
Yeah.
And urine's pretty sterile, by the way. So
That's not true.
it's
Something.
That's a misnomer.
Is it?
People think that, but it's not true. Yeah.
I'm googling that.
You
Do
better
it.
Google it.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to.
Here we
Completely
go.
off topic, but Catherine had a scary
It is.
home kids experience with the driving.
Oh, I
Right.
thought you said she had I thought you were gonna say she had a scare. A scare.
Oh, you mean
Like a
like
pregnancy scare?
Yeah.
Hazel's no longer the baby?
Well, at this point, it wouldn't be scary anymore. I would just be like,
Yeah, more the merrier.
well, here comes another one.
Yeah, just keep them coming. Now, we had I don't know how much people care to hear about the kids and stuff like that, but there was a pivotal moment, or not pivotal, one of those watershed moments, I guess. I don't know. You decide how this
Okay.
works. But after Christmas, we had the whole discussion with our oldest. She's 11 about Santa Claus and that being a thing.
That was the same. We had this. This was our year too.
Okay. Well, there was
Okay.
tears involved. There was
Disappointment.
disappointment, and after
Little bitterness towards you.
yes, but once I got through all of that, I was fine. And my daughter was
Oh,
fine.
that was just you.
That was just
Okay.
me. I'm not really sure how my daughter took it. I'm sure she was fine. I was too
Uh-huh.
caught up in my own emotions. Now, But there was that. She did the math in the middle of that whole thing. She was like,
Okay.
so we told her about Santa, and then there was like
Right.
a 5-minute conversation about how
And then she started to realize that it's all a lie.
pretty much.
Yeah. Like, are you even my dad?
Yes. Who are you people? Why am I here? Do we even exist? How do I know this? How do I know this is
How do I know this isn't another
just a
dimension?
dream? Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a dream I'm having. I'm somebody else's dream. But okay, so she did the math in the middle of it where she figured out like it clicked. She's like, so the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy, and we just kind of shook our head and
Right.
she
Keep going.
another
Right.
round of tears.
Yeah.
Well, she dealt with we told her it's like now you get to be Santa Claus for your sisters and then
Right,
later
that's
on
what
for
I
you.
told my son. Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
for your kids, and you get to be that, and it's even better than
Yeah.
thinking that some, guy in the North Pole slides down your chimney, break, B&E,
Breaks into your house.
yeah, B&E, eats your food,
Right.
might come in and try on some of your clothes, leaves a
Right.
few gifts to try to appease the situation, and leaves.
Is really essentially stalking you throughout the year to make sure that you're behaving.
He's watching you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're
Right.
awake. Yeah, it's a little creepville. But anyway, so we got through that. Well, I don't know why, but I have twins that are 9. She's like, she decided to say, hey, I know something about Santa that you don't. I guess she just wanted to play that
She
card.
said it to you?
No, she said that to one of my
other
younger
sister.
daughters. Yes, to
Yeah.
her sister. And the one she said it to is real like sad, like real like street smart kind of thing. Like she picks up on. It's like, oh,
Yeah, she keeps a shiv in her.
yeah,
her
yeah.
body.
Don't mess with her. And so she was like, oh, and so she grabbed my wife's hand, pulled her into the bedroom, like, I need to talk to you, and pulled her in there, and she's like, I need you to come clean with me. Tell me the truth. What's going on? Does Santa exist? And just straight up, she's like, tell me the truth. Is this real? And so we had to have that moment last night with a 9-year-old, which I think was too young, or for me, I don't know about. Obviously, it was fine for her. So now I'm sure we're like a day and a half away from her twin sister finding out as well, and and on top of that, Catherine found out that my daughter officially likes a boy,
Yay.
and the boy
Oh,
officially
no.
likes her. So my world, I told,
Is this is 5th grade?
yeah, and I was like, I don't know how to
Okay, well,
handle.
They'll go out,
Mhm,
right?
yeah.
For 30 minutes,
hmm
and then one of them will break up with the other one, and it'll be fine.
When that happened, that's the thing though. It's a friend she's had since literally since birth.
Yeah.
So when that happens, I'm taking a road trip to San Antonio. I'm just letting you know
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
there's nothing I can do here. I don't.
Listen, my son's been asking real in-depth questions about how babies get here.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't because I've been I've been kind of dancing around it.
Yeah.
You know? And he's been wanting more specific information,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna have to have that talk.
We
Probably.
I just noticed that I'm assuming it was my wife. Maybe my daughter hacked into our Amazon account, but we got one of those books about your body and da 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 da.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually.
Yeah. So this is part 2. So
Okay.
You're gonna give her a book.
to go, yes, a piece of
You go over it together,
yes,
right?
exactly.
Well, that's what happened to me.
And you turned out,
they threw a book in front of me.
Yeah.
And like, read this.
Yeah.
Did you read it?
did
No.
I skimmed through it.
Explains a lot. You missed that whole chapter where it said, "Don't tell your partner about your poop."
yeah, that's like chapter 7.
Oh.
Actually, it's probably chapter 2.
Whatever.
Number 2.
Don't act like you guys have never bragged about a poop before.
I don't think. No, I haven't. I real straight up to you, never have. But I'm not a dude.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of a dude thing.
that's
But
my thing.
yeah, but I noticed that I got the Amazon email last night, and I have to
Sounds
say,
great.
speaking of Amazon, if you want to
Yeah.
support the show, if your
Yeah.
kid is gone through
Go
about
buy
to,
your puberty book.
yeah, the puberty books are great. The My Body and How to Take Care of It books. Anybody that's got a 10 to 13-year-old, maybe you're past due. Talking about the whole Santa thing, all that available on Amazon, and you can help support the show by going to liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon, clicking that link, and
Can
doing
we
the
show
show.
what? Can we show what Amazon does for us?
Yes,
With the
one of
show?
the ways that, thanks to everybody, check out Kennedy's new piece of equipment there, that shock mount right there. So now you
Very
won't
nice.
you won't hear him bouncing around and rubbing on all over the mic.
Nice.
Well, I might still rub all over the mic,
But
but
when you move it, it won't make any sound because it's a shock mount.
oh,
So,
yeah.
Catherine, you got one coming to you at some point. If we can get some more people to buy some stuff,
Sweet.
yeah, we'll put Hazel's kind of on a shock mount, one of those bouncers. It's kind of the
Yeah,
same thing.
she does. You guys, Hazel is walking.
She
When
took-
feels
Walking.
like it. When she
Yay.
feels like it.
All right, congratulations. That's
yeah,
so crazy.
She's taken probably 10 solid steps, and then she's like, eh.
Yeah, she's in the 10-step program.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the 12 maybe, and then once she gets to 12, she's
Yeah,
done.
now your life's gonna get way more interesting.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, one started driving and one started walking this week.
Oh, you got super mobile, man.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good luck.
Thanks.
What are we drinking?
Oh, so this was the Hippie Beach IPA.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay. Like Hippie Hollow and
it's by Persimmon Hollow. Is a brewing company, Hippie Beach IPA. I really like this.
it's good.
It's really good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Catherine, good stuff. Anything else we didn't talk about?
Sounds like it.
What we didn't talk about? I feel like there's some other stuff.
I have an episode dropping maybe tonight.
What?
Yeah. I was out at Guadalupe Brewing last Sunday.
How was that?
It was good. They're expanding this beautiful piece of land, so
Mhm.
that's exciting. I'm trying to hook up their like bar manager guy, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
The
Official
lovely
title.
lady.
Yeah.
So if you guys would like to come on, she's crafty and do like a dating game to win Jason, send me an email at she'scraftypodcast@gmail.com.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna set him up.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Making-
He's real excited about it. No, he's not, but it's happening anyway.
He doesn't really have a choice.
He has no choices.
That's cool. Well, this is where I shamelessly plug my stuff. Of course,
Yeah.
yesterday we're at B52. That episode was posted last night. They have their Barrel Fest going on this weekend. Get your tickets now because that's going to sell out. But that's, Catherine, this one's going to be one of those premiere events. It is a premiere event. I just don't know that everybody knows. It's their second annual, but over 50 barrel-aged beers, sours, and barrel-aged stouts, and they've got some crazy hazy, hoppy IPAs, fruity IPAs. They've got so much good stuff going on out there at B52. Make sure I shout out to that. Also, I think 11 Below, we're going to be there next week. They've got their anniversary party / Big Mistake. I think it's Big Mistake release and all kinds of good stuff going on at 11 Below. And then, of course, we did a Brewers Roundtable on Tuesday. That was episode 155 with Holler Sigma and Eureka Heights. That's a really fun episode, too. So 2 episodes dropped this week. I got 2 more coming next week. Also out at Brazos Valley. A lot of podcasting of the pod.
A lot of potting.
Yeah. But the only way you can keep up with everything, you got to subscribe.
That's right.
Got to subscribe. She's Crafty, Interviews,
Yep.
Kennedy soon to be started podcast about plumbing
About plumbing.
and butt wipes. And
Mm-hmm.
what would you do a podcast about?
I don't know. I mean, who wants to listen to me on a podcast?
Well, they're doing it right now.
They are.
Well,
Or live streaming, but
yeah,
if
but
they're
come
listening.
on. Let's be honest. You guys are carrying this. It's not. No one's listening for me.
True, I'm glad you
Maybe-
recognize that. But
But Kennedy, maybe they're all just listening for you.
yeah, Misty, she probably wouldn't.
Misty's tuning in for you. I bet Jules is only tuning in for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's 2.
Oh,
There's
we'll say
Timothy.
this since you guys are plugging things.
Uh huh. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to. So I'm gonna say thanks to Jules' mom.
What's
She-
Jules'
Or
mom's
putting up
name?
with your poop.
Huh?
What's Jules' mom? What's
She
Jules' mom's name?
is the nicest.
What's her name?
The nicest lady I think I have ever met.
The nicest lady, and you wrecked
Yes.
her bathroom.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really wreck it. It was no. But she made the first morning I woke up and she was hard at work making eggs Benedict.
Oh, fancy.
Oh, let me tell you.
Can
That those eggs Benedict, probably like some of the best eggs Benedict I've ever had. Like she really
Nice.
nailed that hollandaise sauce. So,
Anne or Annie?
so
Hey,
thank you very much.
Can Jules cook? Did she learn any of those lessons, or did she jet out of the house before the eggs Benedict lesson?
Jules is an awesome person.
So she can't cook.
I didn't say that.
What has she
She-
attempted to cook you, Kennedy?
Well, one time she tried to make eggs Benedict.
And doesn't
Okay.
compare to her mom's. Because, I mean,
Well,
mom's
You know
Yes.
what? Listen. That hollandaise sauce is a tricky thing.
you can
Yeah,
break
the
it really
problem,
easy.
yeah, if I'm gonna nerd out on the hollandaise sauce,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta you gotta melt the butter
Yeah.
and then let
It's
it,
very tricky because you don't want
and
it
then
to
you gotta
separate.
let the butter cool down to room temperature
Yeah.
before you mix in, the lemon juice.
And poaching
other
eggs,
stuff.
like that's almost impossible.
Yeah,
Mm.
poaching. Yeah,
Yeah.
her mom poached all the eggs in one skillet in like one attempt. She got like her whole family came, so like her sister, her brother-in-law came over for breakfast too,
Yeah.
and her mom poached like 16 eggs,
Wow. That's some serious game.
and she poached all of them.
Breakfast is the best meal. Any time of
Really
day.
is.
Man,
I'm going to say that.
I'm really craving eggs Benedict right now.
I could eat eggs anytime. Let's just call this egg
Oh, by the
Egg
way,
show.
her mom's name is Anne.
Ann. Ann, Miss Ann.
Anne,
She big on social media. She stream.
I don't
shows?
think so.
Well, hopefully this gets to her, Miss Ann. Thank you for cooking for our boy Kennedy here.
Yeah.
Thank you for raising a daughter that has fulfilled this man's dreams.
Oh, wow.
As far as I know, I'm working on the speech, Catherine.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
for the wedding.
for the wedding, and
thanks,
I just thank you for your discipline when it comes to making breakfast. To me, that tells me you're a good person right there. I
Right.
know it in my heart.
Anybody that wants to lovingly feed other people has to be a good person.
Oh,
Yeah.
every morning we woke up and she's like, "Oh, what do you want? How do you like your eggs?"
That's some of
I
that's
mean, we sat down. At
some of the sexiest words anybody can say.
we sat
How do you
down
like
at the
your eggs?
island. She had the stove going, skillet on the stove.
Yeah.
How do you like your eggs? She's like, "Good morning, Chris. How do you like your eggs?"
How do you like your eggs?
That was probably before she realized you wrecked her bathroom.
Yeah.
I think she did that after she knew I wrecked the bathroom, or maybe she just
Okay.
didn't. Maybe she didn't go into the bathroom the entire time I was there,
Okay.
and so
Maybe.
she's probably just now realizing that I wrecked
Realizing
the
the
bathroom.
havoc that you left behind.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm an Ann fan.
I'm probably not.
Misty says she's the best. I agree. I'm an Ann fan. Never met Ann. I'm an Ann fan. Print that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Team Ann.
Team Ann. That's me. Put me on that. Anything else we need to talk about? Oh, what are y'all gonna do for Easter?
Okay, let me just tell you, there's something. Somebody in this town has some kind of weird conspiracy. They planned a free concert this weekend for March Madness
Mm-hmm.
downtown
Yeah.
with Panic at the Disco, I guess, and another band that my kids want to see. First of all, why do my kids want to see bands? I don't know. Begging me in the car if I'll take them, and I'm like, first of all, no, it's free,
Yeah.
okay? Which means we're not. It's gonna be horrible.
Yeah.
Get down there, and it's Easter weekend,
Yeah.
so we're not doing that.
You're not doing that. Are y'all?
No.
Are y'all doing an Easter egg hunt?
We are doing two. We have one on Saturday with Jason's family and one on Sunday with my family.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're still doing one now that everybody knows, or 2/3 of my kids know that it's all.
If the Easter Bunny's not real.
Yeah, and that you know what's going to happen now. I'm guessing we've got another like maybe a year or two until they're completely done with hanging out with us. Like they want to do their own thing all the time. But we have a fun Easter egg hunt. Like when we go to my in-laws, we typically spend Easter with them, either out at my brother-in-law's hunting lease or just at their house or whatever. So it kind of bounces back and forth. But we do an Easter egg hunt, and it's got like lotto tickets and little bottles
Oh,
of
nice.
booze and stuff like that in there.
Hold on.
Money.
Your kids hunt for Easter eggs for bottles of booze?
No, they don't.
Yeah,
we
they're-
do, the
they're
adults.
No. Yes, they do. Don't
Come
sorry,
on.
Josh. Don't let Kennedy shame you.
We're going to get them to bed early,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and then we get to hang out.
I mean, come
That's
on.
fun.
We all know Easter egg hunts are for kids. So who else is going to hunt for this booze?
Well, yeah.
Gosh.
Adults will be like, it's too much work. I'm just going to go down the store and buy some.
Well, for when you're tall, I'm 6'1",
Yeah.
almost, and you can.
And what happens if you
See
don't
more
find all
eggs.
the booze and the kids find the booze and the eggs?
My kids don't drink that much booze. They're not.
They know their limit is what
Well,
Josh is
they
trying
may
to
not
say.
drink
Yeah.
it, but they're going to school and selling it.
Then they are what wonderful spirited children they are.
Yeah.
They're gonna do well in this life.
Future
Yeah.
entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. I try to. I have a new favorite thing, Catherine. Or one.
Okay.
It's a maybe not my favorite thing, but it's up there.
Okay.
Just the old job well done free beer handout. I've been doing
Okay.
that. I've been handing out like to people like
Free beers to people.
yeah, like I'll buy like a 12 pack or a couple 12 packs,
Okay.
and then like after work or after we do something or whatever, I'll just slip them a couple beers. Be like, hey man, good job.
Very nice.
I have witnesses.
Yeah.
Josh is doing a good thing here.
It's-
and I do have to give him props.
But I have to be honest. I'm completely selfish. It just makes me feel good.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Like I slipped a cup. Okay, so somebody had their hoodie laid over on like sitting somewhere, and I went in and I put a couple of beers in each. I put a beer in each pocket, and they were like, he came back to me a few days later after his weekend. He's like, hey man, I was leaving for work, and boom, that was so cool. Thank you. I was like, you're welcome. And it just made me feel good.
Josh.
I just want to.
Sweet Josh.
I just want to give beers to the world.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Yeah, but
Well
yeah,
done, sir.
that's maybe my new favorite thing.
So I recently I did something like that.
Yeah.
I slipped somebody a few beers and gave them probably like one of their favorite beers. And then they went out to find this beer and they can't get it.
And so you're thought of as this.
So
you
now
ruined
they're
their life.
so yeah. So now they're pissed because they can't find this beer.
What'd you give them?
And it was Independence Illustrated man.
Oh yeah.
So-
And so they were just
Did you get it in
fell
Austin,
in love with
or
this
did you?
beer. And now you can find it here.
I know, but
It's been a while. I mean this
I
was
just saw it at HEB. I think a few days ago.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And so now he's mad at me because man, you teased me. I love this beer and I can't find it anywhere, and I've looked everywhere for it.
Yeah, the random here, man. You look like you could use this, or you deserve this, or whatever.
Yeah.
Bombshell Blonde's great for that from Southern Star. Fireman's 4, great for that.
Solid beers.
Yeah.
It's hard to find many people that I don't know. Maybe it's not, but the sour beers.
I don't know that
kinda-
I would hand out sour beers.
That's kind of well.
Yeah.
I knew this particular person loved the sours.
Oh, well, that's a specific gift.
Yeah.
It's not a rando.
So I was like, you got to try this one. He tried it. You can't
Yeah.
find it anywhere.
Yeah. So I'm going to challenge everybody listening. Hand out a beer to somebody.
Oh, beers of kindness.
Yeah, beer it forward.
Yeah, beer it forward, guys.
Yeah.
What a great movement.
Yeah. Like okay, so like
But
we
listen, don't get. It's not a gift to give someone shitty beer, though. I don't want to see a bunch of Miller Lights. in
Oh
Coke
yeah.
jacket.
Yeah.
No,
And
no,
that-
no Bud Light limes,
like
please.
old beers at the bottom of your fridge that you've had for 3 years that you're
Yeah.
like, what do I do with these? Just throw those out. No matter what they are. Even if it's craft, if it's that old and it's not supposed to be old, like an old
Right.
IPA or something.
Yeah, like a 2-year-old IPA.
Yeah, you missed out.
Throw it.
But if it's, something fresh, just for the sake of giving it to somebody that looks like they could, go for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who don't
Spread
want to
that
do that?
craft beer love.
Yeah, that's a good thing. We need to start doing more of that. All this.
Yeah, we should start a whole craft beer it forward movement, and then have people send us in their beer it forward moments.
Do that. Hand somebody randomly a beer that you see somebody doing something good, or they just look
Right.
like they're thirsty. Obviously, disclaimer, make sure they're of age and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah,
Okay,
unstated.
fine. Okay, fine.
But beer it forward and then send us your, do it, take a selfie. I had somebody come up and freestyle at me yesterday.
Like freestyle rap.
Yeah.
Rap to you, or they did some
Yeah.
breakdancing?
No, they freestyle rapped at me. He's like, hey, man, can I ask you a quick question? I was like, yeah. He goes, random question. And then he went into his freestyle. Like, have you ever had somebody freestyle? And then he went into it. And I was like, no. But then it made me feel really bad that I didn't have anything to come back with. Like,
Yeah.
like.
You should always have one freestyle rap in the can.
Exactly. But then,
It won't be freestyle.
that's
then.
exactly. So that was the
Nobody
dilemma.
needs to know that. No.
Well, that was my thought after that too. See, it's like you guys are in my head. We've been doing a
Yeah.
lot of shows. This is like we're getting there. It's like we're all, symbiotic kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, so maybe you go with a framework and you have like a cadence that you have set
Right.
topic wise maybe though.
It's topical. It can change.
Yes. seasonal.
Hazel's doing a little. She's doing a little freestyle. I don't know if you can hear her.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool
You
because
got, you got to start somewhere.
no, she's good. She's good.
Yeah.
She's good.
So
Pretty soon
Hazel-
she'll be freestyling and driving.
Yeah, pretty soon she'll be putting words with those screams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had somebody freestyle like just out of the
Exciting.
blue. It was pretty
Speaking
cool.
of freestyling and lyrically moving people, have you guys been watching American Idol by chance?
I've been watching it secondhand. I'm not
What do you mean secondhand?
like all the kids and my wife, they watch it. I'm not a fan.
So
Okay.
I do not like.
So you're in the
So you-
room?
so you're
or-
Yeah, I'm in the
you're
room
drinking.
mostly. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a Katy Perry. She just
Okay, that's a real polarizing statement, Josh, because I've said this to a couple people that like she's ruining it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Every time she gets excited, she stands up, she walks around, she kind of jumps around in a circle and goes, ah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, we get it. You're kooky and excited. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Why do you have to be kooky? But everyone I've talked to has been like, no, I love her so much. I think it's so great. And I don't get it.
No, see, I would want to I would want to sit down with Lionel Richie and pick his brain.
Yes, I want to spend all day. I want to, hello?
Yes, exactly. I just want to sit down and pick that dude's brain and just listen to
Yeah.
him talk about music and life and whatever.
Yeah.
What-
The other guy, what's his name?
Luke
Jason
Bryant?
Aldean. Oh, Luke Bryant. Whatever.
Luke Bryan.
Same guy. I could live with or without him. He really doesn't add anything extra to me.
He sounds to me like he ate a bowl full of mud before he got on. Hi y'all,
Yeah.
brother. And I'm not a big fan of his. The only song I like of his is one that Chris Stapleton wrote, and I like when Chris Stapleton does it better. Drink a beer. Find Chris Stapleton. Find that on
Okay.
YouTube. That's worth listening to. Not a fan of his. I'm not a fan of that style of country. It's too like produced. Whatever. That's not what I like. But anyway, yeah, he sounds like he drank. He ate a bowl of mud
Yeah.
before he got on TV. So
Here's a cool little tidbit of information.
Mm-hmm.
Ada Vox, the fierce drag queen that's at the very end.
mm,
I know her because she's from San Antonio.
Yeah.
Well, I knew her when she was Adam. She used to sing with my daughter. They used to do singing gigs together.
really.
Yeah.
Okay, so what episode is that? I
That
don't-
is the last. Well, she's on all of them, but she was in that last round of the initial tryouts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think it's like episode 5, maybe.
What's up with you and American Idol hitting close to home?
Right?
I mean,
It's because it was supposed to be my dream, and it never
seriously,
happened.
what happened? What would you
It just
sing?
revolves around me.
What would be your audition song?
Oh, that's a really good question. Well, I grew up with a lot of like a singer-songwriter folk music in my house,
Yeah,
like my dad. So it'd probably be some Jim Croce or Three Dog Night or something like that, probably.
yeah, that'd be good.
Jewel.
Yeah.
Jewel.
Who will save your soul, Kennedy?
Nothing wrong with that. She lived in. I have mad respect for Jewel. She lived
Hey,
in a
she
car.
Wrote, she wrote her own songs.
She was homeless, man.
Yeah, when you live in a car in Alaska and you write your own songs,
Yeah.
yeah, that you earned it. Yeah. So, anyway, that's that's the cool thing about is okay. So as sad as not having Santa Claus anymore, right? That's a sad thing, right? Because that's like it's a
Yeah.
time. But getting into the conversation with my oldest daughter about like music, like talking about like I hate to talk bad about all the people around you right now that are making music. But then we listen to some old music, like they're not making music like this anymore. They're just emulating music like this. She's like, I know, right? So we're on the search for some like good new, like somebody that's making something good now that she can kind
Is
of.
there?
I don't know. I haven't heard any. I
I
mean,
read an article one time that past the age of like 32 or something, it's nearly impossible for people to appreciate music outside of their little bubble.
I could see that.
Yeah,
but
I
Yeah.
agree.
I don't know. Like, okay, so what's the like? Okay, so we were talking about this, like messaging about this, Catherine, about like rock music or something. What's the group that sounds a lot like Led Zeppelin?
I know she talked about somebody's playing at work the other day.
Yeah.
but I don't remember the name.
So that's pretty good. They're like, but it's like they're doing Led Zeppelin. You know?
Is it a new band?
Yeah. What's the they're on. I'd have to look them up. Are you looking them up?
I'll look it.
Okay.
I'll try to find it.
Okay. So anyway, and then there's another one that they're very Doors like. It's like, okay, fine. like the Doors were
Yeah.
cool, but the Doors were their own thing, I guess. I'd have to go back pre-Doors and see who Jim Morrison was emulating. Maybe he was just emulating somebody else. But I feel like it was different. Same thing with Led Zeppelin. There's not
Yeah.
much new. All the new stuff's all like
Greta Van Fleet.
Greta Van Fleet. That's it. Yeah, that they sound a lot like Led Zeppelin,
My search was new Led Zeppelin sounding band.
and that's what came up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first thing it says, does Greta Van Fleet sound too much like Led Zeppelin? Question mark.
I don't know that you can sound too much like them, Catherine.
Is it a female?
No, it's a group.
I'm looking at the picture here.
It's a group.
There's a singer,
Yeah, of course.
but it looks like it could be a girl.
That's
That's the thing. That's like the thing.
that.
Right?
Yeah, back in the day, all the front men look like Motley Crue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, these chicks are
No, it just looks like
kind
ugly.
of they're flat chested, but kind
Look
of
like ugly dudes with bad makeup.
whatever.
And wigs.
But anyway, they're just not new, right, Catherine? Right? Are you? I don't.
No, I mean, obviously, everybody takes a nod from. I mean, Elvis wasn't innovative. He stole from other people.
Yeah, the blues and gospel, and then put it all together. But nobody has sounded like Elvis, though.
Nobody mainstream sounded like Elvis.
Oh, that is a dude. Never mind.
No, I'm gonna say nobody. He was. Look, there just wasn't the exposure of people. Like you can't. Maybe he was listening to some blues singer in backwoods Mississippi somewhere. By the way,
Well, that's true, I guess. Like he didn't have YouTube.
yeah, my mom met Elvis. My mom
Uh-huh.
lived in Mississippi,
Oh.
and he owned my. Okay, so my granddad sold horses to Elvis, and then my mom was out walking with her sisters, and they were walking along their property line, and Elvis was out riding a horse with a female friend, and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" and or whatever, however else.
Elvis.
And like, thank you. So she met Elvis a couple times. So
You
yeah.
made him sound like he was from Jersey.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, it was very good.
I can do a better Elvis.
Okay.
I was distracted by what Kennedy's doing with your.
I don't know
your
why.
camera shot.
I don't know why we're just looking at Catherine's
You're,
elbow right
you're
now.
all elbows right now.
What?
Well,
Yeah.
it was like
Flash that elbow. Oh, now you're gone. Now it's just your couch. Put
It-
that elbow back out there.
it was a double box. Wait, there we go.
Yep.
I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
It's weird.
He figured it out. But anyway, I'm just saying,
Weird.
is there anybody new that sounds good? And Preston knows Greta
I'm
Van
sure
Fleet.
there are, but I don't. I'm too lazy to discover them.
Yes, Adam Cryer. He also knew Greta. Thank you, Adam Cryer. Belson.
Oh, Adam now just commenting?
Just now. Well, a minute ago. I didn't,
No, I see it.
Yeah.
Comes, watches the show, doesn't even say hi.
Yeah. Well, some people just like to watch.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
fine.
some people just don't want to interact with us. It's fine.
It's fine. That's
It's
fine.
fu- It's fun.
Still got to work on that
Certainly
bowling.
Just-
not
just
not
like
a
to watch.
requirement.
Some people just like to watch.
Yeah. But who did? Oh, let's
I
see.
feel
Oh, go ahead.
there's like some other. Listen, my daughter listens to a lot of. She goes through phases. She listened to Little Punk for a little bit,
Yay.
and now she's into like Broadway musicals.
Okay. Range.
Listen to a lot of Broadway musical
Yeah.
music in the car. A lot of Mamma Mia. But like they listen to a lot of pop now, right?
Yeah. Pop, look, pop's fun in a moment. Don't act like you, like, Bop. Like, you can say how, like, I remember always changing the channel when that video came on, but if I'm honest with myself and it's on the radio,
Yeah.
by that time, third time through the chorus,
You're Mbappe.
I just
I'm
want
Mbappe.
you to know, Mbop came out when I was like 26 years old.
it's 20 years old. Bop is 20 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said,
Those kids were
Mbop came out when I was like 26 years old.
those kids were zygotes.
And
When
the
they put
song
that-
sucked back then.
Anyway. Yeah, of course it did. Because you're so old, you were already in your thing. You weren't
Yeah.
plastic.
Yeah.
You're already
I was like,
molded. I'm just saying, you listen to that song enough and you're going to be singing along.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
I mean, I did hear it
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
I will say that. But
I mean, it's not one of those top songs of mine, but if I hear it,
it came out about the time that the Chumbawamba song came out.
yeah.
I
I
get
don't like
knocked
that
down.
song.
I get knocked down.
Yeah, that's an old song.
Yeah. Yeah. Bop is kind of that 50s doo-woppy kind of feel. Like like had it come out in 1958, it would have done all right.
It
Right?
did all right when it came out.
Right, but I'm saying you could have Michael J. Fox did back to 1955, if he'd played that on the stage, everybody would be like,
Right,
"Oh,
right,
this is fine."
Yeah.
Right?
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
rocking enough.
No. When he played Johnny Be Good, that blew everybody's mind,
Right.
especially when he went into the solo, the Van Halen style solo. But I'm saying if he'd just played Mbop, everybody'd been like, "Yeah,
No, if he played Mbop, his Biff would have won his mother over, and that would have been that.
But they played a lot of songs before Johnny Be Good was played. I'm saying he could have played Earth Angel, and maybe right before Earth Angel, Mbop. Right? Why everybody's going to get a glass of punch that was spiked.
Yeah.
Right? Are we all on the same page here?
I was always really jealous of those movie scenes because I don't remember them ever having refreshments at any school dance I ever went to. There was never a bowl of punch.
No. I think by the time we were doing those dances, that was dangerous.
Yeah.
Somebody was putting
No,
something in there.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine how many years of spiked punch bowls at the school dances were before they finally said, you know what?
Yeah, until they. That's
Maybe
not
we
do
should
punch.
leave the bowl out.
It was the teachers that taught us were the ones spiking the bowl back in the day.
Well, yeah, the teachers got to get through that evening.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But before that, back in the 50s, the teachers, before that was prohibition. There was no spiking of punch.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Like they knew.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like now, I have social media, so I know like the internet stuff my kids are going to be into, so I'm going to lock that stuff down.
Right, right.
No phones. No phones.
Yeah. No phones. Do your kids have phones?
No.
No, mine either.
We don't need
My
phones.
16-year-old does, but the younger ones don't.
Yeah, I don't. That's a tough one. I don't know when you have to have a phone.
I think as long as I'm picking them up and dropping them off everywhere they go,
Yeah.
there's really no need for them to have 24-hour access to the internet.
No. I don't want 20. I have it, and I don't want it.
Yeah.
Last night, I fell asleep with my earbuds in and my phone on my forehead. I woke up this morning like, what happened?
Nice.
Yeah, because I was like listening to a YouTube, like an interview or something, and I
Yeah.
did that whole, and then that was, so, yeah, I don't want it. They don't need it. You need to listen at noon to 1:30ish, 2, when we wrap this show up, and that's,
And then let it go for the
just
rest of the day.
let it go. Go live your life. Go hand out beers.
Yeah.
That's what you need. That's what
But
you need.
you know what? You're fighting against. You're going it. It's an uphill battle because all their friends have phones.
Yeah. What did you just pour me? Stereo beer.
1901 red ale.
Oh, we went from stout.
Roasted red ale.
So we went from a stout to a red ale? It was because of the glasses, I bet. He went and rinsed the glasses, Catherine. Anyway,
Good job, Kennedy.
okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
See, I'm nice. I rinsed the glasses first.
Can you take your camera full? I want everybody to see that shock mount. It looks good, Catherine. We need to get you
Let me see this.
the full setup, yeah.
It's on. I'm on delay. So I won't see it for at least
Oh,
another 2
I'm
minutes.
sporting my
Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
Nature's Brewing.
Yeah, that's fine. But the shock mount, everybody. Look at this shock mount here. Thank y'all for helping that be a thing.
Yeah, you guys did this for me. Thank you.
It's great.
Thank you.
Next thing, Catherine got a cable. It doesn't really show.
did.
I mean, you're
No, it's here. I can show it to you because it's like 400 feet long.
Are you using
Here
it?
it is. Yes, plugged into my computer.
I wanted you to be able to do this show from your neighbor's house.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what it looks like when I'm not using it?
Uh-huh.
It looks like tumbleweed.
Okay, so then the next thing we get it'll probably be like a new like fancy mic stand and
How about a camera?
Ooh.
big nice.
I don't use a mic for this, but I could get the stand, I guess.
Yeah, well, you can just put your earbuds on a stand.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Maybe we build out your studio, your in-house studio.
Oh my goodness.
Is that still a thing that we're gonna worry about?
I thought you had a studio in your garage.
Well,
Well,
the trash cans are in the garage. That was the thing.
And also, it's weather.
So the AC, we got to get AC in there.
Yeah, I mean it's like a whole build out. We don't need to go that far into it.
I don't know. Well, okay. Should we do your studio and then bus, or do bus and then your studio?
Oh well. Oh gosh, Josh. I don't know. Let's do a bus.
Okay, Go Bus Me. Is there a Go Bus Me website? Anyway,
Sounds like you're trying to traffic us or something.
We'll be in traffic. We can let we can hire your
Sure.
daughter to be our driver.
Ooh.
Daughter's gonna drive a bus.
A short bus, yeah.
Yeah.
1, it's safe. 2,
Yeah.
we'll be there. 3,
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
what's not to love?
Well, somebody's got to drive. It can't be either one of us because we're going to be drinking.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have people for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But gobusme.com/liquid lunch.
Yeah.
Donate to the cause.
Yeah.
I found one for $4,000.
That's not bad.
It's not
We
bad.
really should start a GoFundMe.
I don't.
We
You think,
should for our bus.
do you think people would give money to the bus fund?
I mean, I don't know why not. They want us to
come
come to
on.
their town. They want us to do a podcast there.
We would go all over Texas, right? Would we
Yeah.
stop in Texas or would we go beyond?
Well, we went beyond Texas today.
Start Texas and then, make our way to maybe Arizona.
Okay. Speaking of outside, like across
Mexico.
Texas, yeah, True Vine, up in Tyler,
Oh,
they're having their grand reopening.
something interesting.
Yeah.
You just remind me of this.
Okay.
So I got all these beers at the Total Wine in Orlando,
Okay.
and so I was going around, and I was looking to see if they had any Texas beers.
Did they?
Well, unfortunately, they had Carbach Love Street. I was a little bummed about that, but then I went.
You know why that is?
Yeah, but then I went and looked, and so they had Argus Cidery
Good. Oh wow.
and Meridian Hive.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
interesting. That
when you
the-
think about how they don't produce just a whole bunch, and the fact that you found them there.
Yeah, I mean, Argus Cidery is literally a 3-man operation,
Yeah. Oh, cool.
and they had those there. Just no
Awesome.
really good Texas beers. I
What-
mean, I could have missed it.
What they
This is a
have
place
the
really big.
they have the pub cider or the apple bomb. What do they have?
They had Ginger Perry
Okay.
and
Ciderkin.
Ciderkin, yeah.
What did they have for Meridian? What color was it? Do you remember?
Orange.
Okay. So like their classic
Yeah.
orange blossom honey.
Yeah.
Have you ever had Meridian Hive, Catherine? The meadery in the can, the draft
No,
can.
but I keep forgetting to pick it up when I'm at the store because I see it all the time, and I, for whatever reason, have to get something else. But I am that and Argus are two that I need to get.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Just get down on
Do it.
all the way.
And I want to say this one more thing about Orlando.
Okay.
So when you go to Houston or San Antonio, it's the same. Like the one one thing you have to eat would arguably be Whataburger, right?
Right.
You're from out of town,
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
of state,
Yeah.
you
If
come
you're doing
here.
fast food, of course.
All right. So when you go to Orlando,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's like this with all of Florida, but definitely Orlando. The one thing you have to get there is the pub sub.
The pub sub.
I learned all about the pub sub.
Okay.
So
nice.
Publix supermarket.
Mm.
You know Publix because we get shown on.
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So
With an X.
Yeah, they have a deli there, and their sub sandwiches are the bomb.
Are
Really?
they?
And I had one, and apparently the sandwich you have to get is the chicken tender sub sandwich with the buffalo sauce.
All right.
And I had it. It was pretty good.
Okay.
I was not disappointed.
Good to
So
know.
I had a pub sub, and I guess if you're not from Orlando, that means nothing to you.
Okay. Well, we have a big following there now.
Yeah. Well, we have one.
That's where it starts.
I had a whole bunch of people at the wedding, like that I talked about the show and stuff, and they were supposed to watch.
You guys have
See, look, Miss D just chimed in and said pub sub, chicken tender sub with jalapenos, pickles, and cheese.
She says.
Oh, she says no buffalo on it.
I mean,
Julie says with the buffalo.
I don't know.
Such a polarizing topic.
I know, right? We don't even need to wade into that. That's a whole nother show. Okay.
We don't want to lose viewers over this.
No. No.
I told Jules I'd talk about the pub sub today.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Check.
Check that off. You know who we didn't mention today?
Who?
Barbacoa
Who?
Apparel.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out.
So get your taco
You
tees.
guys.
Get your.
You guys.
Mm-hmm.
June.
June.
June's a good month.
It's popping off in June for Barbacoa Apparel.
June's a good month.
We should do a special thing. I don't know what you tell me.
We're
What
excited.
what special thing can we do? Can we do like a Barbacoa Apparel show?
Let me give you. Yes, we could do a Barbacoa Apparel show.
Like
That'd be
extravaganza?
awesome. We can have my brother Skype in
Nice.
with his beard.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Can your
Okay.
brother Skype in without his beard?
I don't remember what his face looks like without his beard.
That'd be cool.
Kind of. Yeah, that'd be fun.
We should go to San Antonio in June.
Yes.
Okay. Let me check the calendar. We'll
See what's happening.
see, man, if we had our bus.
That's right. You can just ride that bad boy down here.
We had our bus. $4,000.
You got it.
We need a benefactor.
You got a big old minivan.
Nah.
We could all cram into the Jetta.
Is it 2-door? 4-door?
We could get one of those we could go to Vistaprint and just get like a magnet printed.
Yeah, who needs a bus when you have a Jetta?
No, like for real. Let's just do it. Kennedy would fit. I have a really roomy trunk, surprisingly.
Why do I have to go in the trunk
You know
again?
why.
Because
I
people,
always got to go in the trunk.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
if people see you in there though,
yeah.
they're gonna be like, "Ooh." No offense. I'm
It's
just saying.
bumpy back there.
We'll pack it full of gear, so there's no room to
Yeah.
like jostle.
So it bumps while stuff
Yeah,
is
it's
like
like
poking
packed
me.
really nicely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll carve out a Kennedy shaped spot. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Barbacoa extravaganza in June.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming.
So,
Kennedy moves this week, and then we get your homebrew equipment and get you fixed up, right?
yeah. So you move into a bigger apartment, Kennedy?
It's a little smaller, but it's a lot nicer.
All right. Questions. Cooktop, electric or gas?
Electric.
Do you have a balcony or patio?
I do.
Is it upstairs or downstairs? Where are we at?
It's second floor out of 3.
Okay.
It has a technology package. So, like the appliances, the thermostat is all connected via Bluetooth. So everything works with with my
watching you.
with my Amazon
move.
Dot, my Echo.
Mm-hmm.
So I
You
can-
have one?
Yes.
So
I
Alexa's
have one.
constantly listening to you?
Yeah, yeah.
So I
And-
wonder if anybody has listening right now that has no. Hey, Alexa,
And
subscribe to Liquid Lunch Podcast on iTunes. Thank you.
and built-in surround sound.
Hey, Alexa, subscribe to Amazon Podcast on Google Play. Just making sure. Hey, Alexa, subscribe to Liquid Lunch Podcast on. What else are we on?
Oh boy.
Stitcher.
I just got word.
What's that?
Jill's mom's been watching.
Hey, Ann.
Oh,
Hi.
good.
Sam.
Hi.
So sorry about your bathroom.
Sorry about your bathroom.
Listen, we talked to him about it beforehand. He did not listen.
That's
so
true. That's true.
Apologize
Sorry about
for
that.
Kennedy.
But those poached eggs sound divine.
Delicious.
You make the best, by far, the best eggs Benedict I've ever had.
So there you go. There you go.
And she only makes them like twice a year.
So let's go ahead and marry into this family. What are we waiting
yeah,
on?
let's
We're not getting any
we'll
younger
do
here.
some- Yeah, for real, Kennedy. That's the first.
Hey,
that's the first time
isn't-
that Josh has
hold
ever
on.
said that it really.
Isn't it
gets
time to
old.
sign off? Aren't we? Isn't it time to go?
The music's like 3.5 minutes. So if we start now, we still got plenty
I
of
think
time.
it's time to go.
No.
For as
Time to
long
go.
as we want. I can't wait to go to Kennedy's wedding. Give my epic speech.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
I heard
He's best man.
I heard one of your sample speeches. You're gonna have to clean it up a little.
No, don't you embrace who I am as a person if you want this best man situation to work out.
That's true. That's true.
Don't be a bridezilla, Kennedy.
Yeah, right?
Wouldn't it be a Grimzilla?
Not in your case.
It's very punk of you to wear that dress. All right.
Oh, speaking of wearing dresses,
Okay.
so when Jules lived in Orlando, she was a part of. There's soccer, right? So soccer,
heard of-
yeah, soccer.
You know what
They
soccer
have
is?
these like cheering sections.
I know what soccer is.
So the Orlando City,
Mm-hmm.
the soccer team.
Okay.
So she was like a big part of like the ruckus, and they were the ones that like make the big ruckus.
Mm-hmm.
And so she still has a lot of friends there. And one of the things the guys do are they wear kilts to the games.
That's not a
Oh
dress.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So she's trying to get me in a kilt,
Kilts make sense.
and I'm trying to fight
You've
fight
never
her.
worn a kilt before, Kennedy? I find that hard to believe.
Well, I've worn a dress, but not a kilt.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
My bad.
Kilts make sense though. That free, like especially with the humidity we have around here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
It's
they're.
a free flow of air
Yes.
to keep it
Like,
circulated. And
Could you wear a kilt? Do you think they would get upset if I wore a kilt to work?
Nope. They could try, but they couldn't.
I mean, my last name is Kennedy. Very Irish.
Is it? Is that an Irish name?
What does that say right there on the screen? It says Kennedy.
No, I know that what your last name is. Is that I didn't realize that was Irish.
Yes.
I don't know.
Kennedy is very Irish
Okay.
or Scottish, but mainly Irish.
Either way.
Yeah.
All right.
So I could say, that's part of my
Heritage.
Heritage.
Yeah.
I should be able to wear a kilt to work.
Okay. Cool.
I was very dead set against.
I don't think
wearing a
anybody
kilt,
would say anything.
but I think-
They're formal wear, basically. It's probably nicer than the jeans you typically wear.
yeah.
Yeah. Got that little pouch thing in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And
A
that's-
fanny pack.
Yeah. The fanny
but
pack
it's
with the
an
fur.
but it's an acceptable fanny pack.
All fanny packs are
Fanny
acceptable.
packs are coming back. Man.
Yeah.
Are they?
People's
Yes.
opinions are
It's
unacceptable.
one thing that shouldn't come back. I
No,
think.
What?
they're super practical,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
especially with phones getting bigger,
I want one that's big enough to keep a beer in.
insulated.
Insulated. Yeah.
Boom. Put a little ice pack on either side.
Yeah.
Beer two right
Good to
there, left
go.
to right. Phone in the middle. Maybe your
That's it.
selfie stick in front of that.
Yeah.
Good to go. I don't know. Something.
Oh, that's what we need to make a fanny. That's
An insulated fanny pack.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fanny pack I would wear.
There you go. Look who's on the bandwagon now.
Just like that. You'd be terrible in a cultish situation, Kennedy.
Speak-
Nah, man, I'm not going to be part of your cult. You know what, you guys? Yes.
You know, we got an acoustic guitar. Oh, okay. Let me jump on that.
Nice. You know what? Yes. By the way, Josh,
Yes.
I watched Wild Wild Country.
What'd you think?
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that.
So good.
Yes.
So
Great.
polarizing. So, like, I love them. I hate them. I like these people. Oh, no, I don't like them. It's all over the place for me.
Mm-hmm. It is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Can't believe they took over the entire city.
You felt bad for some people, not bad for others.
Yeah. Yeah. What's his
Yeah.
name? Oso or what?
The attorney guy, he was crying every 2 minutes. I wanted to hug him.
Yeah. Yeah. But then he'd probably try to. You know what? Speaking of Facebook listening to you, watching that show, day one, the Mormons show up. Day two, the Jehovah's Witnesses show up at my door. Just like that, back to back. I'm like, you guys need to get together and work on your
do they need to do like a group thing.
something. Yeah, like just give me this whole spiel together.
Did you offer
Yeah.
any of them a beer?
No,
You know, beer at Forward.
no, not that. No, I didn't. No, Mormons don't drink.
Well,
And
neither do
Jehovah's
the-
Witnesses, I was like,
I don't think they.
I don't think
Ah.
Jehovah's Witnesses drink either.
yeah. So, I was like,
So you should. What if you would have said, "I'll talk to you if you guys drink a beer.
no, I'm not gonna do that.
I'll invite you guys."
I
in
don't.
for
I
a
don't
beer."
want to. I mean, kudos to them for picking the nicest day of the year to get out and walk around.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate that. But, you know, I never want to go to my door.
Do you open the door or no?
I did the first time, day two. Sorry, you should have been day
Why?
one.
Trust me, he
Yeah.
doesn't want to open his door. I have to knock for 5 minutes when I get here
My
every
dad
Thursday.
used to make me stand there and listen to them
Hmm.
when I was a kid, just so that I would be exposed to something other than Catholicism, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but no, they're good at delivering their message.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Did you know?
we've had a couple different groups come by.
Did you know Selena was a Jehovah's Witness?
Yes, she was.
I didn't
That's
know
true.
that. Wasn't Michael Jackson's family too?
Yes, I think so. I believe so,
So
yes.
so was Prince.
That's why I never
Prince
made
was
it in
actually
music.
a very
apparently.
devout Jehovah's Witness.
Really?
I don't know how devout he was at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
would
for a while he was.
Yeah, for a hot minute.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
he wouldn't play like any of the controversial songs.
Yeah.
Later on, when he wouldn't play Nicki anymore. Something like
That's
that.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, interesting. Interesting. Maybe we do a whole religious themed show at some point. Maybe in
Well,
June after Barbacoa Apparel.
Yeah.
Religious extravaganza. World religions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else we need to discuss before we put the old wrapperoo on this particular
I don't think so. We went over quite a bit today. So
I'm gonna start some music then. So
Yeah.
any thoughts you have, you now have 3.5 minutes to get them in.
I made an
and-
observation at the Irish wedding.
Okay.
What?
Like all the drinks out there, when you think of Irish people drinking,
Yeah.
you know what they love to drink?
Whis-
Bud Light.
That's just a lot of people like to drink Bud Light, I think.
yeah.
I mean, there were so many people drinking Bud Lights
Yeah.
there.
That's just people.
Well, it's brewed the hard way. That's why.
I mean, these people don't even live. They're from out of the country. They don't even live here.
yeah.
But it's familiar and comfortable, and they know what it's going to taste like.
Yeah. That's sad. But whatever.
They did
But,
have.
I mean, it is what it is.
They had Sierra Nevada at the wedding,
That's not bad.
so I was
okay.
good.
That
So I
sounds
was good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was a little worried about that.
For your wedding, whenever that is,
Right.
we're gonna brew your beer.
Nothing but
Signature wedding beer.
nothing but home brews.
Oh.
Yep.
That's an awesome idea.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
doesn't taste better in Ireland, Misty. Bud Light's bad everywhere. They're consistent. Anyway. Oh, you know what? That went against me saying I don't even talk about it. I already
Okay.
forgot Michael Jackson's great words.
Okay. No,
So-
I think it's okay to talk shit about Bud Light. I don't think that's what he was referring to.
Okay, I'm sure.
That's the pass.
Yeah,
I
go
think.
go go search on YouTube some of his videos. The
Michael
Beer
Jack-
Hunter, the Beer Hunter,
Oh,
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson's got some good videos.
Yeah, he does. Both of them. Okay. What else? When are you going back to Orlando?
I don't know.
When are Jules?
that-
for the engagement party, right?
That trip was like.
Is the wedding going to be in Florida? Are we going to have to go to Florida?
It went. So the trip went by.
Are we-
So the trip went by really fast, and I wish I would have had more time there.
How much was the ticket to Orlando? It's 1,000 miles.
No, it wasn't that bad. Like we flew Southwest. It's pretty cheap. It was around a little. Around
Maybe we
two-
take the short bus,
around
Catherine.
200,
We,
a little
put,
over
Yeah.
200.
we can fit both our families in a short bus and road trip it.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, that drive sucks.
We could stop around. Ooh, no, you just.
That's like a
we could
2-day drive.
stop in New Orleans. We could stop in Mississippi and see
Yeah.
Mexico.
Well, does,
Yeah, you got to factor in, Kennedy, when you do the invitations and you buy plates and stuff, that Josh and I together, I think, have 7 kids. So
Yeah,
Don't
yeah, we
forget
do.
so you guys,
We're bringing them all, man.
you have to bring your kids.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
by that time, there may be even more. Who knows?
I mean, chances are there
I
will be
mean,
at least one
yeah.
more.
Chances are, yeah,
Chances are there's going to be newborns.
yeah. So, but we're getting on our bus and we're coming. Go bus me.
Yeah,
Slash-
it's somebody else's turn to have twins.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, good show today, everybody. We learned a lot. Kennedy doesn't listen when it comes to bathroom etiquette. Florida makes some pretty good beers, by the by.
And subs.
And you need to subscribe to She's Crafty and Interbrews and hear all the new
Right.
episodes.
Do it.
And happy Easter, everybody.
All right.
Get out there and enjoy the springtime, beautiful weather after all the rain. Baseball's back. Go Stros! Woo! Okay, that's all I got.
Yeah.
gonna-
Go team!
We're gonna repeat,
Ooh.
baby. World champs.
Okay.
And the Rockets are gonna win too. It's gonna be great. Bye, everybody.